Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I tied and dyed this Geode cardigan. I did not buy this cardigan, my friend bought it and let me dye it for her. So I'm not entirely sure where she got it, but it is mostly cotton. It does have a little bit of synthetic fiber in it, so the color isn't as bright as it might be if it was 100% cotton, but it still turned out really pretty. So I'm starting by tying my geode by just grabbing a random little chunk of the fabric and then wrapping the sinew around 4 to 5 times, and then I wrap it around my sinew puller, my pipe, about twice, and then I pull until I feel a little bit of a tug, and that's how you know that sinew is in place. A lot of people ask, do you tie the sinew? No, you don't tie anything with sinew. It sticks to itself. So when you're untying, it's so easy to do because you just unroll the ties. So you don't need scissors to untie it or anything like that, and you can get a really tight, bold line. So I highly recommend sinew if you're looking for really bold lines, like if you're doing something like a Christmas tree or a heart, or some people do like paw prints or peace symbols. If you're doing that, I highly suggest you invest in some sinew because that's what is going to get you that bold white line. So here I'm just grabbing random portions of the fabric and tying the geode tie. I like to kind of scrunch the fabric so that it's got kind of a jaggedy edge. If you just kind of grab the fabric without scrunching anything, it just looks like concentric circles, which isn't really what a geode looks like. A geode has a cool natural rings around it, so they're kind of jaggedy. So that's why I like to grab different sizes of chunks and really squish the fabric in there so that it's got a more natural look about it. I will let you watch the remainder of this and I'll check back in when we apply the dye. Alrighty, so we've got it all tied up, and now I'm going to put it where I'm going to add the ice. So I used some magic tracks there to support the fabric so that when I put the ice in there, it kind of could sit on it a little bit easier, like a barrier. Those magic tracks are just a toy that you can buy from Amazon. The first color I used was Alchemist. This is a new color from Dharma. I guess it depends when you're watching this video how new it really is, but it is one of the newest of their splitting colors they made specifically for ice dye. I think it's so cool. And then the other color I used was Spanish Lavender. This is a purple that splits blue. It was a limited edition, but it's similar to Sweet Pea. So if you have Sweet Pea, this is kind of a similar vibe. So after I let the ice melt, I let it sit for at least 24 hours. You can leave it longer if you so desire. Then I just started the rinse out process. I'm using cool water and just getting as much out as I can before I untie it. And then here's the untying process. You can see I don't use scissors at all. I just unwrap it. Sometimes I will pull out my scissors if something happened with the sinew and it got tied on something or got wrapped around a weird way. Sometimes I will cut a little bit with my scissors, but for the most part, when I'm untying with sinew, I don't use scissors at all. So here you can see in this rinse out, you can see how blue and purple it is. That is because these two colors both are purple but split blue. So that's why you're seeing those two different colors, even though both of the colors are technically purple colors. So it turns out really cool. So after you finish untying it, you're going to rinse it in cool water, and then you're going to bump the water up to hot and rinse in hot water. You'll see more dye be expelled as the water is hot. And then after that, you're going to use some Dawn dish soap or soap of your choice. I highly suggest Dawn. It's got something in it that just gets that excess dye out there. And you'll squirt it on the fabric and get it really sudsy, and then put it in the washing machine on a hot wash cycle, and then you are all done. So here is that final result. I feel like it turned out really pretty. Kind of a subtle blue and purple, but the purple really popped. I like it a lot. I think it turned out really pretty. Let me know what you think. Comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.